And to the latest on the recount happening in Georgia at this hour. Joining us now is Georgia's Secretary of State, Brad Raffensperger. Sir, good morning. Thanks for being here. After a little technical error, we've got you back here. And it's important because our viewers need an update on the situation in your state. What can you tell us this morning?
Many of the counties have already finished their audit. As we're going through, most accounts are very, very close. In Floyd County, they found a memory stick that hadn't been uploaded, and so that added about 800 votes for President Trump.
Okay, and that was a total of 2,600 ballots that were found on that memory stick?
About 2,600, and he actually picked up 800 votes total in that. And that's why we do audits. It's really verify that every single ballot has been counted.
You know, for that very reason, we understand that if there wasn't a recount, we might not know that 2,600 votes were not accounted for. Could there be more?
Well, that's why every single county is going through that process. It's a very thorough, rigorous process that every single paper ballot will be counted, both absentees, early votes, and also day of election, all three forms of voting.
Is there any sign to you or any evidence that the missing memory stick was deliberate in not getting those votes counted?
No, the county election official, he was out and he assigned a person that was inexperienced for a very critical role, and they messed up. It was human error. It wasn't the machine. And we've asked for his resignation, and so have the county commissioners, as I understand it.
The president is asking in a tweet about the signature match, and I know you had a conversation with Senator Lindsey Graham about just that. I'll get to that in a moment, but here's the president's tweet. Georgia won't let us look at the all-important signature match. Without the recount, that is meaningless. Open up unconstitutional consent decree now. First, your response to that before I get to that conversation with Senator Graham.
Well, first off, it was not an unconstitutional consent decree. We still have signature match in Georgia, as we have to have by state law. In fact, since I've taken office, we've strengthened it for the first time ever with our online absentee portal that we stood up this year. We now have photo ID with absentee ballots. If you submit a paper application, then you have a signature match. Election officials this year, under my watch, have gone through the GBI, Georgia Bureau of Investigation signature match process for training.
This is obviously a big part of the recount. I'll let you finish in just a moment, but you had a conversation with Lindsey Graham that grabbed a lot of headlines because you went on the record saying that it was your understanding that he was asking you to throw away valid legal ballots if there was inconsistencies in signatures in some of those counties where there was high frequency of that. Lindsey Graham responded to that conversation, said, what I'm trying to find out was, how do you verify signatures on mail-in ballots in these states? It seems to me that Georgia has some protections that maybe other states don't have, where you go into the portal to get your ballot. But I thought it was a good conversation responding to your accusations of him saying, throw out the ballots. I'm surprised to hear he characterized it in that way. Do you stand by suggesting that the senator told you to throw out legal ballots?
Well, I thought he was calling about the senatorial race, and then his question really was about, if ballots could be matched back to the envelope. And I said, once you've done the signature match, we signature match the application, then we signature match the ballots. I felt that he implied that he wanted us to audit the envelopes and then throw out ballots of counties who had the highest frequency error rate of signatures. And that means you'd be throwing out good ballots with bad ballots, as, for that, philosophy that he had. At the end of the day, they've been signature match, and that's where we are. The ballots, have been accepted, and those are the ones that are being recounted. It's following the process that we have in state law.
And real quick, last question on the suggestion that some people move to Georgia so that they can influence the elections in January. You're saying that you're seeing that. Let me warn you, anybody attempting to do this, if you illegally participate in our elections, you might be spending more time in Georgia than you planned, suggesting the legal repercussions of that. Is that really something that you believe that you're dealing with?
We could be dealing with it, and that's why we've put out a warning. Andrew Yang said he was planning on moving here with him and his family. And then if people think they can just come in for an election, you have to have specific intent to stay here, stay put down roots, and become a Georgian. just to come in for an election, then bebop out of here after the election. No, we're going to prosecute that, and we're going to work in concert with our Attorney General, and he put out notice to that same effect. That would be a voter fraud, and it's severe penalties, up to $100,000 fine, 10 years in prison.
Brad Raffensperger, the Secretary of State of Georgia, on that recount ongoing there. We appreciate your time this morning, sir. Thank you. Keep us posted.
Thank you.